open welcome to Mr. Vijayakant. I think he will respond. We are waiting for his response. Hope that it comes through.
Okay, so is the Congress then, Brajesh Kalappa, willing to play third fiddle to Vijayakant? Because it seems that the DMK is willing to do business and this man wants 100 seats and the Deputy Chief Minister's post.
No, every political party, before it actually enters into an alliance, they, all political parties have to have a little bit of posturing. And posturing is part of the political process. For instance, now the BJP, postured in a manner in which it's against Jayalalitha. But everybody knows that the Prime Minister has gone to meet Ms. Jayalalitha. Arun Jaitley had gone to meet her. Now there are subsequent several actions which have taken place which show that the central government has a soft corner for Jayalalitha. Now presently Mr. Javadekar comes and speaks very tough against Jayalalitha. People are not going to believe it. So it's all posturing. So posturing is part of the political process. Now
what about
if
your
you're going to take
posturing,
the posturing seriously, then perhaps you don't get the nuances of the political process corrected.
Mr. Kalappa, what about your posturing,
We are not
sir?
posturing.
Because you are back together with an alliance with the DMK that, of course, famously lost everything in Tamil Nadu, both at the centre and at the state.
No, but you must remember, Rishabh, that this entire loss was because of a few lies which were bandied about by Mr. Vinod Rai. And today he has been appointed as the Bureau of Banks chairperson, and that heads about 21 banks. So he's been amply rewarded for that. I think this is the 6th position Modi Sarkar has given him for bringing the Modi government to power on the basis of a pack of lies which Mr. Vinod Rai gave and leaked to the press. Because he spoke about huge corruption, 1,76,000 crore, 3,80,000 crore. Now none of them has been proved. Everything is a pack of lies, which I think even Mr. Vinod Rai knows, the BJP knows. Because the point is this, Rishabh, has Mr. Modi initiated a single criminal action against any person after he assumed office?
That's your established position, Mr. Kalappa, and that was a party. I'll grant you that.
Had been lost.
Till an opposing voice can join you, I'll grant you that. But let me get to Saravanan back. Mr. Saravanan, why has this become so important? There are individuals such as Captain Vijayakant is becoming the hinge point of this election. Shouldn't the hinge point be Stalin or Karunanidhi? Why is Mr. Vijayakant become the hinge point?
See, our leader is always, not now, for the last 50 years, he's always famous for his rainbow alliances. He's always believed in this inclusive politics. See, even before this election, the speech took place, he made a call to all the parties, not only to Mr. Vijayakant, to all the parties. He made, a call to the Congress and all the parties. And that is the situation, that is the case. You can't say that, just because we have invited Mr. Vijayakant to the alliance, he is the hinge point for the election. So that is not the situation. This has always been, the trend of our party, the magnanimity of our leader.
Mr. Sarvan, let me get the counterpoint of view across. Dr. Subramanian Swamy joining us in the broadcast. Yes. Dr. Swamy, you have your own independent permutation and combination of what you would like to see happen in Tamil Nadu in terms of alliances. What do you make of the meeting today that's happened between Minister Javadekar and Captain Vijayakant, sir?
Well, Vijayakant has already made a statement that he is going to stand alone and he welcomes any party which accepts him as the candidate for Chief Minister. Since the BJP doesn't have a candidate for Chief Minister, it won't be difficult for us to adjust on those terms. But ultimately, it has to be formalized. And today, Javadekar had a very good meeting, and there was a discussion on all the parameters. And I think finalization will take a little time. In my opinion, it would have been ideal if Mr. Karunanidhi had stepped aside and let Mr. Stalin take charge of the DMK. Then DMK, DMDK and BJP would have been a winning combination. But unfortunately...
So let me pick on that point before I get a response from Mr. Saravanan. Without the DMK, sir, the numbers don't add up. It's a 9% and another 5-6%. 14-15% don't add up to the seats you need to win, sir.
Yes. Well, you see, these things, every time in elections, this has been a wrong arithmetic. It's more chemistry. See, if you add up the votes of our NDA allies for the Lok Sabha election, it doesn't add up to more than 21%. But yet, we got this time 39%. So there is a certain chemistry that is created when some combination comes, and all those people who want Jayalalitha voted out, they polarize to this. But there has to be a semblance of ideological affinity, and that's why I said Mr. Stalin made a very positive statement that he considers 90% of DMK as Hindus, and he himself and his wife go to temples. So this anti-Hindu sentiment that was the central staple diet of the DMK movement now is given up by
Okay,
Mr.
before I get Ms. Saravanan to respond, Dr. Swamy, do you think
DMD
that given the current permutation combinations, that there is a possibility for a three-way fight contest in this poll?
Well, I think that possibility cannot be ruled out, but then there is another possibility that Ms. Jayalalitha gets convicted in the Supreme Court and therefore not a candidate in the election.
Okay, that of course is the case you're fighting. Stay on with me. Let me get a response from Mr. Saravanan and then Mr. Brajesh Kalappa. Mr. Saravanan, you heard the argument of a three-way possibility.
Yeah.
You've never seen it in Tamil Nadu, but if Captain Vijaykanth takes his percentage of votes away, he might contest independently, add a few percent from the BJP, and suddenly your return, as you hope, in Tamil Nadu is a lot more circumspect, sir.
See, that's what the talks or the whispers in the corridors is that Selvi Jayalalitha is approaching the BJP to woo away Mr. Vijaykanth from the DMK alliance. That is the whispers in the corridors. I think she thinks that she cannot win the elections if DMK and DMDK comes together. So she is indirectly using the BJP to woo Vijaykanth. If you have looked at how the BJP has closely allied or close snoozed up with Selvi Jayalalitha. In the past, Vijaykanth was never considered for any of the meetings. He was not even welcome to the swearing-in ceremony. We should take into account the fact that it is Mr. Vijaykanth who went to the nook and corner of the entire state during the Lok Sabha elections and campaigned extensively, but he was left aside. He was cast aside. He was not given the due respect. Even when the leaders came from Delhi, they never made a call to Mr. Vijaykanth. He was just used as a spice to add in the food.
What reminder you sending to Mr. Vijaykanth over past insults? Okay, stay with me. Let me get Mr. Kalappa's version into this. Mr. Kalappa, why would your alliance with the DMK? Okay, we just get Mr. Kalappa back. Mr. Saravanan, take that question. Why the underconfidence in your own party's ability as one of the premier parties in Tamil Nadu to come back alone, sir? Why are you so hinging on hoping that Vijaykanth comes into your camp, sir?
No, see, that's what, as I told you already. Yeah, I've already told you. See, it's not about underconfidence at all. This has been, the ploy of my leader all along. This has been the hallmark of his political career all these 50 years. He has always been famous for this, rainbow alliances, right from 1967, where we had, a huge mandate from the people. So this has been his trademark. I've told you again, it's about inclusive politics. He does not want the opposition to be divided. He does not. He's not someone who wants to claim victory for himself. He wants to claim victory for the people. What?
Dr. Swamy is suggesting the ultimate rainbow alliance.
He has met our leader and he has said that they will fight the elections. What? Sorry, I didn't get you.
The ultimate rainbow alliance with the BJP, sir. Are you in a position to dump the Congress?
No. I think our leaders have already clearly stated that it's with the Congress. So where is the question of BJP coming in?
Okay.
We have already our Ghulam Nabi Azad, Honorable Ghulam Nabi Azad has already met our leader and confirmed the alliance.
Okay, so it's a moot point that the BJP's entry into this is a moot point. A charge has been made, Dr. Swamy, and I'll leave it to you to refute it, sir, that this is a sort of a convenient conversation between Jayalalitha and the BJP to cut into any votes against the establishment.
Well, I think that's a figment of imagination because Vijaykanth, if he was so important for her, for Ms. Jayalalitha to keep him away from DMK, then she could have certainly had continued her alliance with him. She was the one who threw him out. I don't think one can go by whether who treated who well. There was a time when Congress said that Karunanidhi was responsible for the assassination of Rajiv Gandhi. Now both of them have forgotten that. There was a time when Karunanidhi said that the snake of communalism of BJP I will not allow in Tamil Nadu. And then soon he joined the government.
Okay. Just stay with me, Dr. Swamy.
No, he said that the snake of communalism I will not allow in Tamil Nadu. And within 6 days he made an alliance with the BJP and joined the NDA government.
Okay,
so I think in politics
political convenience does come in. Hang on, sir. Let me get Mr. Kalappa in, who's been listening in patiently to all this conversation. Mr. Kalappa, sorry we lost you there for a second. Now, the stand that is being made here, sir, in all of this, the Congresses seem to be the bit player. Why is it? It's the BJP that desperately needs a foothold in Tamil Nadu. Sir, you should be not at least something more than a bit player.
I don't know for what reason you think of us as a bit player. As Mr. Saravanan just pointed out, that a call was made to the Indian National Congress to join Mr. Karunanidhi and form an alliance with the DMK. So why is the Indian National Congress a bit player? Rather, the BJP, which is, somebody actually sent me a song which said, "Tere dwar kada ek jogi." So it's the BJP which is standing at every door, knocking at every door, and trying desperately to seek an alliance. They first tried to seek an alliance with Jayalalitha. She rebuffed them. She said, "No, go away." Then the only persons they actually have today are Mr. Sharad Kumar, and he is actually a bit player. So he doesn't count for anything. Now they're at DK's door, and despite the fact that they have an extremely fractured relationship, both Mr. Vijaykanth has not treated the BJP well. BJP has not treated Mr. Vijaykanth well. Today they're trying to cement a relationship which is all long broken.
Okay, if push comes to shove, gentlemen.
That the BJP
and starting with Mr. Saravanan, if push comes to shove,
some kind of an alliance.
Because Subramaniam Swamy made it clear, he's speaking at least as an independent mind, that in his view, pushing for Captain Vijaykanth as Chief Minister is not a bad idea for the BJP. If push comes to shove, gentlemen, Mr. Saravanan, will you support Vijaykanth as Chief Minister?
Yeah. No, why would we support Mr. Vijaykanth as Chief Minister? We are the biggest party with almost 30% vote share, and all polls, sample polls has predicted that the DMK would win the elections. So where is the question of having somebody else
question, but
to
given
project
the
it
fact
as
that the amount
the
of
Chief
effort that is
Minister?
being put in,
Probably BJP
let me
with
then ask a
less
more
than
practical
1%
one.
vote share will have that kind of a thing.
Let me ask a more practical one to Mr. Kalappa. Mr. Kalappa, a demand has been made of 100 seats. You have a very confident Vijaykanth. He has also mooted that he won't mind being Chief Minister if push comes to shove. Is it a better option?
No, as insofar as becoming Chief Minister, I think the largest partner and the person with the largest vote share clearly will decide who will become the Chief Minister. And these are all decisions which are taken at a level of coalition, in the level of coalition decisions. So it's not that some political party can today stand up and say that I'd like to be the Chief Minister. It depends on what kind of vote share they garner, what kind of traction they garner with the public.
Okay.
So there are a whole lot of issues.
All right.
It just can't. One party can't stand up today and say that look, it's Chief Ministership for me and
Okay, but
nobody
this
else.
individual is suddenly becoming
that
the
was the
chief.
case.
I'm running out of
Anybody
time.
could actually
I'll leave the
become
last
Chief
30
Minister,
seconds with
become
Swamy.
a
Dr.
Chief
Swamy.
Minister.
Dr. Swamy, in your point of view, what's the best case scenario for the BJP right now?
Well, I think despite all these announcements of alliances, they are still very fluid. It's quite clear from Javdekar's statement that the question of an alliance with Jayalalitha is out of the question, and furthermore, we are prosecuting her. At least I am there, and the party has not objected to my being a part of the prosecution of Ms. Jayalalitha in the in the Supreme Court, and it's a very strong case, and she would most likely get the Karnataka High Court order reversed.
Okay.
So
you're still convinced, Dr. Swamy, that the entire case, the DA case, will still have a bearing on this, whether it does or not. It's odd in this ramification that the DMK in some respects would hope it does have a bearing, but of course in political respects would not want the BJP to become a player. The Congress certainly will not, which is now the DMK's ally. Politics is this game. Thank you, gentlemen, for sparing your time and sharing your thoughts on this. We'll leave it there. Shifting focus, Manoj Bajpayee.